Good morning, happy Saturday, and welcome to the Saturday Spotlight here. This morning, I am going to be talking about one of my best friends, and so it definitely deserves its own spotlight for sure, okay? And so if you're hopping on, go ahead and say hi, or give me a hashtag replay if you're catching this later, and let me know that you saw it, right? And let me know what you think as we kind of get right into it. So let me ask you, how many of you suffer from some dark circles or some eyeballs, some eye area that you're not completely in love with sometimes, right, in the morning? I know I certainly do. And so that's where today's spotlight comes in handy because it really is like sleep in a bottle, right? Of course, I love my eye cream that helps to brighten up my under eye area, and it truly does. But sometimes we just suffer still from darkness. Maybe we're tired or extra stressed out or something, right? It really does impact that under eye area. And some of us just suffer from darkness around that area. Like you'll notice, it seems like no matter what you do, sometimes you still suffer from it, right? And so that's where this comes in handy. It is our very famous and well-loved under eye corrector. Okay. And so it looks so simple, but it really packs a power punch to help with this problem area right here. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to put it on for you to really just see the difference. Okay. So here's why I love the under eye corrector, or a couple things about it. Okay. So it actually, you might notice that it looks exactly like our concealer, right? It literally comes in the same exact bottle. Here's my concealer. Here's my under eye corrector, but it's a special shade that is specific for the eye area. So you all probably have noticed that the eye area tends to have that like blackish bluish color to it. And so the under eye corrector is a special peach tone to help cancel out that shade. So if you think of a color wheel, okay, we have the color wheel. Blue and orange are like on the opposite sides. They're actually complementary colors is what they're called. But when you kind of combine them together, they neutralize. And so that's why the under eye corrector has that special shade, so that it neutralizes that color underneath your eye. And you can even apply some on your eyelid as well. But what's great about it is it's actually the same formula as our perfecting concealer. So our concealer is amazing. It just has a special shade, which makes it the under eye corrector. Okay. And so the concealer itself, which of course it is the same formula, right? It's amazing. Okay. So it's crease proof, which of course we love. It helps to blur lines. So it acts kind of like having a filter applied to your eye area without using a filter, right? A natural filter. So it helps blur lines, and it helps to blur lines of like fine lines and wrinkles as well, right? When you're using this as a concealer or around your eye area, if you're using it as their under eye corrector. Okay. And so a couple other things that I love about this, like I mentioned, it's crease proof. It's really creamy. And okay, one of my favorite things, there is light diffusing technology in here. Okay. In this concealer and in this power packed under eye corrector. I need some extra concealer today because I have this zit that's like driving me crazy today. So I'm going to be using it in multiple places. I definitely repurpose my under eye corrector. Okay. But so what does light diffusing technology in a makeup product even mean? Okay. So it's actually the light reflecting, it mixes or it blends tiny mineral particles to reflect light away from dark spots. So when the sunshine or light hits it, it like reflects it back, so that it helps to make that appearance of brighter where you actually suffer from some dark spots. So it helps not only with under eye correct, with your under eye, but think if you have any age spots or any dark spots just from scarring or anything like that. Okay, so it really comes in handy for a lot of different reasons. But under eye corrector, absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it here first, and you'll see it's super easy. So it has this nice doe foot applicator, which is super convenient. It has a little bit of a window. So if you do have a concealer as well, you know easily which one is your concealer versus your under eye corrector. Unless, like for me, mine are similar in shade, but I can tell because the under eye corrector has more of that peach tone to it. So that's nice because if you have multiple, you kind of know which one to grab on the go. Although honestly, I use my under eye corrector just for straight concealer sometimes too. So I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, right? Okay, so you go ahead and get your doe foot applicator out, and then you really, I just want to grab a mirror, and then you really just dab. I do 3 little dots underneath. Oh, I did it on the wrong eye that I didn't want to. But anyway, okay, so 3 dots underneath there. Hopefully it's not too bright. You guys can see it. I can't see it very much in my computer screen. So I put a couple dots underneath. That's simple. You don't want to like overdo it. And you can always apply more, right? You can always add more. So, oh, wait 1 second. I see. Good morning, Messina. Hi, how are you? Okay, so you can always apply more. So I always start with a little bit. Okay, so you can pretty much use really any tool that you are comfortable with to apply this. I always love to use my liquid foundation brush, just typically because it's like for simplicity. I'm already using it to do my foundation, and then I typically will just kind of roll right into my under eye corrector. I've used our blending sponge before. You can use our cream color brush as well. You can use your finger if you'd like. I always prefer to use tools. I don't like using my hands and my fingers to apply my makeup because of the oils on there and things like that. So you just go ahead and get your tool, whatever you choose, and then you just start to blend. So of course you want to get as far up under the eye area as possible without going inside your eye. And then you also want to blend down. I always use this bone here as a guide. So you actually want to go a little bit farther down that bone so that we prevent that raccoon eye effect. Okay, so if you've ever seen that, where sometimes when I see like pictures, I can tell, right, when someone has literally just right here the under eye situation going on, and it looks really nice and bright, but it's like it doesn't blend well, right? And it looks like what I call the raccoon eyes. So you want to actually blend downwards so that it creates a more natural transition and like smooth transition from your eye makeup down to your foundation. Okay, so I'm just going ahead and blending that down a little bit. I actually will also apply some, if I have extra on my brush or anything, typically on my eyelid, because my eyelids tend to get a little bit dark as well when I'm super tired. Yours might not, but you do have, it can work on the eye also, right? So I know it's under eye corrector, but I will also put a little bit on my eyelid if I have extra. And then you just really blend down. And then I kind of blend up here as well as I have extra. If you feel like you need more, you can always apply more, right? And so, I mean, seriously, the difference in just 3 little dots of product under my eye, look how so much more awake I look. That's why I call it sleep in a bottle, right? So you can see here, one with, without. I slept last night. I didn't. I woke up, right? So it really does make a dramatic impact with just a little bit of product and just literally a few seconds. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye as well. And let me know in the comments if you have used this before, if you've tried it, what do you love about it? All the good things. Okay. So the one thing that I love about this too is there's actually SPF in here. How amazing, right? So there's SPF in the concealer formula, which is really good when you're just out and about. Even if it's not summertime or whatever, sunscreen and SPF is so important to prevent aging and just to prevent and support skin health, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and do my other under eye here. Again, I just do 3 little dots, and then I just blend up and down. And I make sure I go up and down. Now, I really do under eye corrector. Sometimes I do it before my foundation. Sometimes I do it after. You just want to make sure if you're using your setting powder or any sort of powder-based foundation. So if you have pressed powder, which we have, you want to do that after your under eye corrector, right? So I save the powder for last, right? And make sure that I have my under eye corrector on first, only because it is that liquid consistency, right? So I don't want to apply the liquid over the powder. So that is one difference that you want to make sure you think about depending on what products you're using. Okay, not sure if you can hear Holly. She's FaceTiming with a friend right now, and she's like really excited. She's like screaming from her bedroom, like showing her friend stuff. Anyway, okay, there we go. And look, oh my gosh, like I look so much more awake, right? I feel like I just look refreshed, right? And that's what I really love about the under eye corrector is even if this is all you really do, like I have CC cream on, I did my brows, and under eye corrector. That's literally all I did, right? And so it makes such a difference with just a little teeny tiny bit of this product. It really does have a really big impact. Just like I always say, like with your brows, right? Like they kind of frame your face and they have such a great effect on that. I feel like under eye corrector is another staple that really just kind of makes you look more finished, even if that's all you do for the day, right? So let's see. Messina says, yes, she uses it. She loves it. She uses that as a base coat on her eyelids also, and it helps my eyeshadow pop more. Yeah, I totally agree, right? Kind of having this as a base. And sometimes I'll also use it a little bit like under my eyebrow. Like I'll take our cream color brush, and if I just want to, I don't know, make my eyebrow stand up more, I kind of highlight under here with the under eye corrector a little bit too, or concealer. So absolutely love it. One of my favorites. And if you guys have never tried it, talk to your beauty consultant because you can definitely get a sample of this. It is so easy and such a great impact, and you will love, love, love it. Okay, have a great Saturday, and we'll see you next week.